Ayelet, shall we share the presentation?
Inbal is going to share it.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Let's have it in a presentation mode. Good. Shall we start? Or I would suggest, since other people are maybe going to join, let's have a short introduction for all of the people here. So I will start. I will present myself. I'm the head of the MedTech Innovation International Program, and my name is Lior Shaltiel. I have here with my team Noah Horitz. Noah, please, back to you.
Hi, so I'm Noah. I graduated from this MBA program in the summer. So I'm a very recent alumni. I'm originally from Pittsburgh. That's the picture you see in the background. I do live here in Israel, and I attended the MedTech Innovation MBA.
Thank you, Noah. We have Inbar here from HUJI.
Hello.
Inbar will support the presentation, and we have also Umberto. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, well, I'm Humberto from Colombia. I did my studies at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. I graduated 40 years ago in economics. And so, as you say, I'm not very young as you, but I'm interested highly in coming back to Jerusalem for a summer course in this area. I told you before, in the area of innovation, and would be very happy to be with you, meeting you again.
So if you are interested in the summer program, I will give you some words about it in one of the last slides. Okay, so stay with us. Lucy, we see just a picture, but I hope you are with us.
Yes, hi, my name is Lucy. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, yeah.
I'm from Albania. I finished computer science in Tirana faculty, and for the moment, I'm an ICT teacher in a private school. I'm interested in business, so I'm learning more about this program. And I need to know if they're online or I have to be in Jerusalem.
Are you interested in the general 360 MBA? Do you have a background in biology, medical science, or you specifically would like to shift to the MedTech innovation from your current
I'm just
background?
interested in MedTech technology innovation because I'm from informatics, more interested than something.
Okay, I see. Okay. Catherine, can you hear us? Would you like to present?
Yes, I can. Sorry, I'm just in the car. That's why it's a bit noisy in the background.
No problem.
I have an economics background in finance and psychology, and want to focus a bit more on technology, basically. That's my
And I hear from your accents you are German, Austrian.
Yes, German.
Okay, okay, good.
Well detected.
I've been there. I lived in Germany for 8 years, so I can recognize it. My personal PhD is from Munich, so it's nice to have you here with us. So let's start, and I see we have 6 participants, and I will invite, if you can help me, you will switch the slides. So we are the MedTech Innovation in the business school. Is an international program that was open this year after 6 years of Hebrew program only, called the Biomed MBA. And in the next slides, I'm going to speak very shortly, as short as possible, and to have more time for you to ask directly Noah her experience, and to do it as less informal as possible. So I think that's the way to convey the message why those studies are good for you. The business school, established in 1952, is the oldest business school in Israel. We have the leaders in the field of business management in Israel and worldwide. International, of course, recognition, as you can see below. We have the exchange students. This is why you are here. We can move to the other slides. So those are just some points that I want to mention. Ranking by Shanghai is 44, the highest in Israel, and also Universal Business School, we are ranked 62. We are considered top business school in Israel in international standards. So move on. So why Israel and why Jerusalem? But in particular, we are talking about the leaders that the tutors that you are going to meet as your teachers. We are talking about startups. Jerusalem in particular is a core for biotech startups due to governmental support. So you will really meet a lot of biotech ecosystem around you, so it will fit to your career. In general, Israel is #1 worldwide in research and development, compared to the GDP. It's worldwide. You can see a lot of innovators in the fields. We are talking about MedTech. MedTech combined from pharma, biopharma, diagnostic, medical device. Those are the fields that we are going to speak on. Of course, the Startup Nation and the book, I believe that the one that here are familiar with this book. We are the largest number in foreign companies listed is Israel, so there is a place to be proud of. And again, what the amount of money that the Israeli startups raised in the last years is unheard of compared to GDP and compared to how small Israel is. And here in the MedTech Innovation, you can really, you will feel it, because the teacher that's going to teach you are from the industry. And this is why this program is so unique. Please, Inba. So the program is split between 2 backgrounds. The people that do have a business background and the one without a business background. I would say in general in the Biomed MBA program, the Hebrew program, the majority are without the non-business degree. They are coming from medicine, natural science, pharmacology, agriculture, etc. And also engineering, of course, chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, especially if we are talking about a medical device. And we shorten the program. If the program is usually 4 semesters, here we have only 2 semesters and another summer semester, which is optional. So theoretically, if you are starting with the MedTech innovation, you can finish your 48 academic points in 2 semesters only. Okay, can move on. So about the MedTech innovation, as I said, we built it as an international program based on very successful Hebrew program called Biomed MBA. You can follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn to get more information. We are very active there. The idea behind it and the subject that we put in front of us is to teach and train the future leadership and management in a company across the spectrum of biomedical sectors, including biotechnology company, pharmaceutical, diagnostic, medical device, and also I would say digital health. I think now after the COVID-19 pandemic, there are a lot of companies in the field of digital health and how to make the health more accessible when you cannot reach your doctor. So I think this is also a very, very attractive field. We are the only university in Israel that offer a program like that, which is practical and relevant. It's designed by industry leaders, and the industry leaders will teach you, including a rich staff from the Hebrew University that deal with the common business school courses. We have a relationship and collaboration with hospitals in Israel. I'm talking about Hadassah through the tech transfer Hadassit, and Shaare Tzedek Hospital through Shaare Tzedek TTO, Tech Transfer Office. And we are bringing, for the first time, new population to this business school, engineers and scientists that usually start to work and stays in the work for many years. Also, those people understand how much is important to have also your business briefcase and education in business and business administration. Please. So what we do here when I say about collaboration, we are taking during the study projects from 4 different TTOs, Tech Transfer Office. Aviv MedTech is from Tel Aviv, Ichilov Hospital, Yisum is the TTO from the Hebrew University, Hadassit is Hadassah Hospital, and Madait Shaare Tzedek is from Shaare Tzedek Hospital in Jerusalem. We convert the program during the program, and the students are involved on that program project for in this case 2 years, or in the MedTech innovation, it will be 2 semesters only. The second, and during this program, you are bridging the innovation to the industry, meaning that during it, you will have a pitch, you will have a business program, establish rigging programs for this specific project that you will get. And this will feed the C-level managers into the different company in the ecosystem. It can be in your hometown or home country, or in Israel, hopefully, in startups, very small startups, small company, to a large corporate. You can move on. So here, those are the examples of teachers that we have. We have Uri Aron from, he until last December was the worldwide president at Biosense Webster, is a Johnson & Johnson company. We have Edith and Ilan Cohen, senior partners in a patents firm in Tel Aviv, one of the biggest in Israel. We have Yona Geffen. She's a VP R&D in a listed company called Gamida Cells. Woni Ben-Dori, she was the founder of the first VC in Israel that invest only in pharma companies. I mean, hardcore drugs, I would say. And Doron Ben-Ami is the example of another executive. He was the MSD CEO, former MSD CEO, and he's also involved in many innovation company here in Israel. So those are just examples. We have, of course, more, all of them from the industry, all of them. And that's important to say, because that makes the MBA very practical. Yes. So if we put on the table all the courses that you will have, you have in the left corner the business score courses. Here are 8 courses. Each course is 3 academic points. So if you sum up, is 24 academic points for a business core courses. And then you have the med innovation courses, which is in the right side. There are specific courses tailored to this field. In this section, you will be needed to finish 24 academic points, and you can combine it and mix it with general courses, elective courses in innovation, or startup 360 courses, which is in general finance courses that tailor to the startup world, for example, impact investment, or intro to a VC world, etc. Okay. Here's for Umberto. He asked for the summer semester. Summer semester, we have the TIP, the Transdisciplinary Innovation Program. Is in this case, if you're starting the MedTech innovation, is optional. I would highly recommend it to take it. It's a crash course of 6 weeks during the summer in Israel, and it will be amazing to be part of it. Also, if it's optional, you can have a very practical syllabus, including traveling to several companies, visit them, very interactive, and you can learn, meet, and create companies like that. So if you ask more questions, I will happy to answer it. Now is the time. I think the next one is Noah. Here's a few words that you say, but I think it's better just to speak and hear your voice in a direct way, please.
Hi. So Lior talked about bringing a new population to the business school. So I think I'm like the biggest example. I didn't even know how the stock market worked when I came to the business school, I say. I'm a nurse by training. I also have a degree in biology and a separate one in nursing. And I worked sort of in healthcare management, and I found myself in the MBA because I was really looking to sort of segue more into health technology. And I did it. I really enjoyed studying. It was a very new topic to me. I really enjoyed my classmates. Everybody was really welcoming. And we really, I think, went on this crazy journey together, because we were the class that started normal and went online in the middle at the start of the pandemic. And so we got to also watch the university really sort of like pivot very quickly to online studies. We participated in the program Lior mentioned. We chose a medical device or a pharma-like concept even, and followed it through from beginning to end. And I was able to use this medical device, and through it, I was really able to clarify what interested me most in the health technology. I work now in digital health. I used my nursing background and everything that I learned in the business school, and I work actually for a telehealth startup called Antidote, and I'm still running the the emergency centers that I was doing throughout. We're still working on that, and I really just enjoyed so much my classes. Some of the teachers I really enjoyed the most. Lior's actually already highlighted. I think probably one of my favorites was Doron Ben-Ami, who taught us marketing. like medical marketing. And it was really fascinating, especially when we were living through the pandemic and we were watching all these things happen in real time, like how to market vaccines to people who are hesitant and how to market sort of medical technology to people who are scared. It was fascinating to be learning that in real time. Yona Geffen was amazing, took us from students who knew absolutely very little about how to get started. And it was fascinating to just sort of watch the whole journey. And I still, one of our favorites was Asaf, the accounting teacher, who had a very difficult time slot Thursday night from 8 till 10 p.m. I mean, that's like the last possible minute before weekend hits, and he got us, and he was hilarious. And it's a dry topic, accounting, and he was hilarious. He was so funny. And he really made what could have been a boring topic really interesting. The best part for me about this course was just really putting me in the health tech ecosystem. It was something that was very new. I wasn't involved in it at all. And now I speak, I represent, I speak at conferences. You just jump right in because you're surrounded by industry leaders in the course. And even your classmates we're all in it. And it was a huge transformation for me in 2 years. So if anybody has questions, I'm happy to answer. If you want to know.
I will say more. I would just say, I would like to say more now. I would say now when we open the international program, the idea is that the international students will come and sit together with the Israeli one, and the Israeli one will learn all in English. So I think it's your opportunity to also meet face-to-face other Israelis in the fields. And as Noah said, all of our students are also working full-time job, I would say. So they are very into the market. That's your way to, beside the studies, of course, to get to know Israel and to get to know professionals in the field in Israel, beside your teachers. Yeah, so I think it's a highly recommended degree that can bring you to really to another point in life, very, very strong personal growth for you if you're gonna join.
We're all still in touch to the class. Our WhatsApp group is still very active, and people pass CVs around. And if a position opens up in somebody's company, or even if a position doesn't, somebody has been just recruited because somebody said, hey, there's this great person, I know them really well now, and we're only, barely, we're not even a year out, and I'm sure these relationships will continue, and I think that's really one of the great strengths of the program.
Exactly, this is one of the added value, beside of course the classes that you will have, is the very, very strong professional students that you will meet during the study. Somebody has a question, let's open the discussion, and just feel free to speak. I think I prefer than presentation, so please. Humberto.
May I say a few words?
Yes.
Well, after my studies in Israel, I returned to Colombia and started a company. After some years, it went bankrupt. I started another company again, and but before that, I went to study in Germany. I did my MA studies in economics there.
Mm-hmm.
And from that country, from Germany, we brought to Colombia a business in the field of the dental technologies. Well, not technologies, it's orthodontics. And some 6 years ago, our company saw that the normal devices were changing into the digital age and were going to be transformed. Mm-hmm. And the normal business we had I thought was going to disappear if we did not update to the 3D trends. So then we started to buy from China in our field, and not only in our field, but in the dental field, but also in the health sector. We started to buy digitizing scanners and 3D printers for the dental and health sector. But the idea we have of coming back to Jerusalem again is to turn our company from an importing company of this kind of digitizing devices to adopting some new innovations that we can develop here and that we can make contact with Israeli firms. We have many ideas, and our company is growing in this area, and the normal business we had for 24 years is still good, but the digitizing area is the 3D area is growing very fast. So it's a reality, and we think we have to have the opportunity to see which are the major trends and to contact and to learn more from your experience.
Thank you, Alberto. I think it's a very important point that you raised. I think during the study here, you will be able to maybe pivot one of your business program plans. You will be facing different methods, how to create innovation and how to become entrepreneur, I would say. It maybe will change your mind towards your current business plan. Maybe it will help you not only with getting know Israelis in the field, is also to how to polish your business model and how to make it more attractive. So I think what you raised in your words are very, very relevant for the study here. I remember that Lucy also asked me about how we're gonna teach our program. The program is very, very intense. It's accelerated 1 year, and the base of the study will be here in Israel. The idea is to have you here in Israel in the study together the international program. Okay, a few of the lectures will be maybe online, but the majority of the lessons will be here physically in one of the campuses of the Hebrew University. It can be in Givat Ram, which is Safra campus, and also Mans campus, where the business school is located. So I hope I answered this question for Lucy. If you have more, we are here.
All right, I think we can move on to the next slide.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the admission requirements to get into the program. So what you're going to need to submit to us are transcripts, which is basically your grades from the university you used to study in, GMATs and DREs, which you will have to do before applying. Some will not have to submit GMATs and DREs because their grades will be high enough to get exemptions. You're going to need an English proficiency level, IELTS 7 above, TOEFLs 89 and above. If you have studied in an English university that teaches in English, so you're not going to have to hand those in. 2 academic recommendations from the academy you used to study in, passport ID, statement of purpose that you're going to have to write. It's basically an essay about why we should consider you as a candidate in our university, why you think you should start your own business, why MedTech, and so on, everything we need to know about yourself. CV or resume, and you're going to have to do an interview with us about your case study and an interview with an alumni. Now, for students who haven't had courses in mathematics and statistics, we'll have to go through prerequisite courses. And let's go. Right, tuition fee. Tuition fee in the MedTech Innovation MBA is $32,500. That's including our summer program. $31,000 excluding the summer program. Health insurance not included. The health insurance is $60,000. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. Financial aid, we offer up to 25% discount in tuition for outstanding students, students from developing countries, and new immigrants making Aliyah. And on the side of the screen, the right side of the screen, you'll see our special promotion, 10% discount, and exemption of $120 registration fee for those who've registered from the open day and completed their application by the 31st of February. It's not February, it's March 2022. Okay. This is our university housing. We offer 3 types of dormitories. We have the student village, the Meisdorf, and the Brofman dormitories. Okay, and this is our social events. We have lots of those. We go on day trips. We do outings together. Like recently we did an escape room together, which is a lot of fun. And we're going to have a trip to Engedi soon as well. So it's not only studying and working hard, it's also like having fun and going outside to Jerusalem. Very much recommended, right? And that's it. Questions? No?
I see another participant that joined. Elisa, would you like to add?
Yes, hi everyone. I apologize. I was in the other breakout room for the other one. One question here, if someone has professional experience, can you evaluate them without a GMAT or GRE? I have like 10 years experience, that sort of thing.
In the interview, if you can prove your English proficiency, because we're having an interview with you, then you can get a special permission to not do those exams. Also, if you have studied in an English taught university before, then you'll get an exemption as well. Okay.
Can you give us what is your background? Are you interested in the MedTech innovation? Do you have background in medical biology or something like that?
No, so I have extensive entrepreneurial and business experience. I'm currently a chief technology and product executive at a large company. We have 10 million users every month. So I have very extensive business backgrounds, but part of my goal here would be in light of COVID, everything that's happened with public health, to make a transition more to MedTech. So I don't have extensive backgrounds. I took advanced biology in the past. I've taken mathematics. I have a strong background, but one goal with the program would be to switch. So that might be something I'd have to prove in the application.
And you are from the States?
Yes, I'm native English speaker.
Okay.
Right. So you're probably not going to have to do an English proficiency exam.
No, I wasn't asking on English proficiency. I was asking on the GMAT and the GRE. Because
okay, so
I took it 12 years ago and I did 1 year of graduate school in a business school. And I'm hoping to not retake it.
I believe you're going to have to retake it, but if you can email me and ask me again, I'll have a look in for you, okay?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Right.
Good.
Could you please post your email in the chat because I joined late, so I don't have it?
Yeah. You can see it on the screen here as well. Can you see it?
Here we are. Yes. Thank you.
MBA. Yeah. Umberto,
yes. Who should I contact for this TIP program? Because I see this
the same email address. The same email address. Just ask for the tip, and you can register only for the tip. Okay. I don't know if you didn't mention how much is the tip itself.
The tip
So
itself is $31,000, and the correct mail address is the one I just posted in the chat. This one is for the startup MBA, and this one's for the MedTech MBA. The correct one is in the chat. And the tuition fee is $31,000.
I see.
no,
Okay.
he asked only for the tip.
For the tip, it's $22.50. $22.50.
Okay.
I have one more question. I've reviewed the website very carefully, but I'm not sure how much I would be able to work while I'm in this program based on the description here. It says full-time. Is the idea that students should be full-time and not do work on the side? What's the expectation? What's considered appropriate?
You mean applying for a job while you study?
To do consulting work or to maintain other professional work. Some graduate programs, some MBA programs have the expectation that people will maintain their jobs at least part-time. Others are very strong that the only thing you're doing is the MBA. And I'm wondering what's
I
how is
can
it
answer you.
structured here?
Yeah. Yeah, I will answer you. So it's intensive 2 semesters. The studies are mainly afternoon. So you will be study 4 or 5 days a week. Okay. But summer during the morning time, which is maybe not good for you because you maybe want to keep your connection in the US, it will be free for you. So you will study probably from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day or almost every day. But during the morning, you can work in other job if you would like.
Okay. No, that's very helpful. And people, do they tend to, is it normal to do some work during the program, or do people?
In the Biomed MBA, which is like the 4th semester, it's not only common, is all the students are like that. It's not, and they are professionals already. They are students of the MBA, but they are working full time in startups and corporates. In this MedTech innovation program, it's intensive. You don't forget, you will have homeworks. Is also it's also intensive for the one that work 4 semesters. So if we are talking about 2 semesters, it will be super intensive. Okay, so
I understand.
so I need to say it loud and clear.
Yeah,
but
maybe not a good idea to work a job and do this.
Maybe as a
It's a lot.
consultant, since you are a professional, as I hear from your background with a VP VP role, so maybe you can work as a consultant. But if you want to keep your full position, I think it will be too hard. Yeah.
I agree. I have the option to do things for 10 or 15 hours a week. Not in my current role, but other offers.
I think
so that's what I would do.
Be. I think this can be manageable. Yeah,
that makes sense.
I did the 4-semester program. I ran a chain of emergency clinics through the pandemic. Now it was the 4 semester and not the 2 semesters, so obviously it's much more intense to do it in a year. But we all worked totally full time in my program, and I was working like overtime, crazy. So I think it is definitely doable to work. You might just not be able to work, 60 hours a week and do this, but you could probably still work.
Yes,
I would say easily 20 to 30. I don't know how much you like sleep, but if you're, if you're like a typical fairly ambitious person, you should for sure be able to do that.
Yeah, but that's like a regular student. That's a regular student's life.
Right.
Sleep.
This is very helpful. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Right. Any more questions?
Umberto wanted to say something before, I think.
No, I think it's information complete.
Okay,
so,
good.
Thank you.
No problem. Catherine, something from your side? Do which to
No,
ask?
I think also fine. I will email on the GMAT question because I also have my professional background since a while. And
Okay, can you share with us your background? Maybe it's just interesting.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm a consultant in life sciences sector.
Mm-hmm.
And focusing mostly like on culture change and changement, so really a business background. And similar to what the other person just said, is basically to switch a bit the focus and develop more in the technology field.
To pivot your career towards MedTech.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly, and to be a bit more, because I mean all the implementations we do are digital implementations in the life science sector. So it's basically exactly what you just
and you're working a full position.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a manager basically since 6 years now, in an international environment. So working literally across the world.
I see. Then where do you are located in Germany?
I'm located actually in Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Good. Very strong country also for pharmaceutical, of course. Basel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking now online for the link to the 2-year program, and I see the 1-year program under the Rothberg International School. Where should I look to find the 2-year program?
The 2-year program is the Hebrew program.
It's Hebrew program.
Yeah.
I'm in Ulpan now. I'm not quite ready, but I'll get there.
Yeah. Then for sure you will
did
not.
a lot in English, Alyssa. I mean, I speak Hebrew, but I did it, and there was a lot of the classes were in English. All the reading was in English. All the assignments were in English. There was definitely a lot of English.
That's great. That makes sense. English is a business language.
Thank you. Absolutely. That the difference between the two programs is that the Hebrew program is not mean that it will be taught in Hebrew necessarily. Is that it's for Israelis that would like to have some Hebrew, okay, and then it's not considered executive. It's 4 semesters as MBA should be. In our case, what we are presenting here, the MedTech Innovation, is accelerated executive MBA program. Okay,
yes,
so that's
yes.
the difference.
Yeah, plus in general, in the university, you're gonna have to, as an Israeli as well, there's a lot of reading in English and doing assignments in English. Like it's a big part of the university anyway, like not necessarily in business at all. So I can attest to that.
Okay, I think we are done then. It's 7:30 here in Israel. I think we are going to join to the main room, isn't it, in bar for a closure? Okay, so I wish you all the best. I hope to see you next year in Israel. And I hope to see you as part of the MedTech Innovation and the International Business School. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm leaving. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Bye, Neil.